In the ancient, long-gone time of 2021, this game called Dark Deity came out, and at the time that I played it, at least, I liked it. A lot of people didn't, for understandable reasons, like the map design, or this dumbass effectiveness chart. What is this? What am I looking at? But now the devs are acknowledging the flaws of the original and look to make a much better game that avoids those pitfalls, and you're not gonna believe what they've decided to call it. A demo just got publicly released that's 4 chapters, it's basically a long prologue, and I like the taste of the future we've gotten. A lot of the general jank of the first game is gone, along with that giant chart. The damage calculations have been simplified to not involve fucking multiplication. The map design is better. I really like how a couple of these have like the state of the map evolving with any given turn. That's cool as hell, but they still retain familiar elements from the first game, like having class lines with different abilities you can choose to take them down and make different builds for different characters. So it's still recognizable as Dark Deity, and I know that disappoints some people, but get over it. We're talking about game identity, baby! Units get passive abilities as well as activated ones they can use with the new mana system, and the values are really balanced well. The skills cost just little enough to make you want to use them often, but just strict enough to where you can't just go crazy with it every turn. There's a lot of really cool powers that are fun to use, like weakening people in a line, and the support-based ones don't end your turn so you could still attack. Yes! Healing and attacking in the same turn makes Cassandra so good I grow in power every day. Then you can upgrade those active abilities, sometimes in really fun ways, like increasing the range or making it clear debuffs. Then you can equip new weapons and put runes on them and equip new rings, all sorts of fun stuff. I know some people got overwhelmed by it, but I just spent like half an hour on the screen like, oh, the possibilities. I was like hypnotized. It was magical for me. The characters and units are all really cool. I didn't have a single one I didn't have fun using. I keep trying to pick which ones are my favorites and least favorites, and I don't think I can. The writing for them all is so good too. They're engaging. They feel like real people with layers. They're fun to listen to. Sometimes I get into a game that's praised for its characters and I feel really underwhelmed. Like, congrats, Three Houses. You've reached the dizzying heights of mediocre. So I'm glad that what I've seen so far is like already hooking me this early. Saxon is probably the closest I have to a favorite, but I really like Cassandra. She's really cute. Alden is back from the original, and he's the Jagan of this game, where he was the growth unit of the first one. That's such a cool, like, switch around of roles. And he's a great advisor character. He feels like he's grown into someone who's learned a lot from his experiences over the years. The lead writer is a friend of mine, and she's just so passionate about this cast and this story, and I really see why. Plus, it helps that the game has full story voiceover, and it's great. These actors are putting their whole pussies into these performances. Holy shit. Like, this Aaron guy is awesome. He's like screaming at the top of his lungs. I love him.
Boys, we've got company and not a lot of time to set the table. Let's give him a taste of good old Gritonian steel.
And Mikhail, oh, he's such a sack of trash. I can't wait until we get to kick his ass later. They've been holding off on sharing who the actors all are, I assume for whatever business-related reasons, but I really hope they share it soon, because these are some talented people. And the animations, oh, the animations, oh, they're so tasty. Like, look at this one for Saxon in the Gale class. The way his hair swooshes, they animated dreadlocks. They did that. What wizardry are they doing? I know they've got a few artists from the Fire Emblem fan game scene, such as Nuramon, Fayer, and I think a few others, and they're going crazy out there. God damn! The music is solid too. The way it transitions from the calm version to the battle version, just like the modern FE games, is like, mwah, beautiful. And they're just good songs too. I found myself kind of jamming out while playing. Overall, the presentation is really solid. I've seen some folks nitpick some pretty small things that I guess I don't have an eye for, but I'm like, who cares? Touch grass, fucker. Now, that being said, I do have a few notable complaints. The main one is that I wish you could like hover over the status effects you can apply in the text and learn what they do, kind of like how Baldur's Gate 3 does it. Or maybe you could like hold a button and it shows you, I don't know, the specifics don't really matter. Basically, I don't know what heavy block or heavy poison or light stun or whatever things. I don't know what these mean on their own. Like, what do these mean? This feels like when someone is talking to me about like, I don't know, like a fighting game or something, and they're like, yeah, you just gotta blast, triple back counter, dragon install. And I'm like, huh? Like, is 53 stacks of heavy blind, is that a good thing? Is that powerful? I don't know. This seems to be a pretty common complaint, so however they decide to approach it, I hope they at least do something about it. The other main note I have is that the audio mixing is pretty shaky. Like, the story cutscene music seems to be louder than the music during battle. So the music was at like a good level for the battles, but during the dialogue sequences, it'd be harder to hear the characters talk than I'd like. And there's one character, this priestess lady, whose voice lines are are definitely louder than everybody else's. I had a moment when I was playing when I was like, is she a little louder? And then she spoke again, and I was like, okay, yeah, she's louder. She's a lot louder. And of course, there are some general bugs, but that's to be expected with the first public demo of an indie game. I would encourage people that are interested to play the demo yourself, and if you find any bugs, to report them to the Discord or just whatever avenue ends up working, I guess. Anyways, those issues didn't really get in the way of me having fun with it, at least not like significantly. The important parts of the game are really solid and fun, and that's what I care about, you know? Like, there's nothing here that's like a deal breaker, you know? The full release date has yet to be announced, but it seems like it's getting pretty close. You should try the demo, wishlist the game, all that jazz. I know this is a shorter video, I have other stuff I want to focus on making, but it's a good game. I definitely plan to play it when it comes out. If I have more significant thoughts on it at that time, then I'll do a longer video about it. But seriously, go check it out, give it some love. Anyways, me and my new girlfriend, Cassandra, are gonna go smoke some weed. Later, dorks.